Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. Welcome to this week's edition of Mods Worth Noting. So in all honesty, it looks pretty sparse for pickings this week, so I'm going to go ahead and show you a small front cultivator, because at least it's a little unique in that it's at least designed by the modder to be up front. It really looks like it could go on the back too. It looks very similar to what you'd see, other than obviously the roller tends to be behind the fingers that cultivate, so if you put it on the back, obviously it would be reversed. So it is set up appropriately to be on the front. Inexpensive and low power, so $6,000, 60 horsepower, typical 3-meter width, but the thing it obviously would give you, and the most logical use I see for it, is something like a survival series where you could then be pulling a small seeder behind you right away, and so you could just be cultivating the ground and planting at the same time. Bunker silo worker is one that is interesting because this is something that I've always felt would be wonderful to be able to be handled by AI, but hasn't been. So you're still using the H button to hire a worker, but with this mod you can then, it'll just go back and forth. It's got some controls to allow you to set the margins closer or further away from the bunker walls depending on what you want. Also has some basic notes about what you might want to do to avoid frustration with it. Mainly don't build steep heaps of chaff, as the worker will get stuck, which is what happens when you try to do it if you make things too tall. I had a farm we used to do tons and tons, millions of liters of chaff a year on, and I remember just trying to climb up on that and compact it appropriately, and also how long it took. You can't use any implements attached, so it'll just go back and forth and move around and compact things. So if you do silage and like to do it that way, this may be something you want to take a look at to help with some automation. Similarly, if you like to do some work with manure, Manure Crane $2,000 is a hand tool that lets you work on a small farm and just move small loads of manure into a spreader or a trailer. Lizard PZZ-6, a 2.5 meter wide windrower requiring only 18 horsepower and costing only $1,350, is available for all platforms. And those are some of the more unique things that I happened to stumble across this week. Hope some of them are of interest to you. I'll see you next time.